crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let I night know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let I night know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let I night know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this guppies and purple now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to these guppies and purple now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to these guppies and purple now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone.
what's good, everybody? We're back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast on this Saturday, man. Y'all smash that like button. Sub to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already. Of course, you know, my name is Jeremy Jones. What I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional town halls, and y'all know we have Music Monday as well. But this is Sold Out, man. Well, of course, you know, we continue the sneaker talk. Now, speaking of Sold Out, we do have the Sold Out Discord. The link should be pinned in the comment section, and it is free to sign up. Or, of course, you know, we continue the sneaker talk, but we got a food section, a sports section, you name it. If I do not get the content out in time, most likely we're already chopping it up in the Sold Out Discord. Again, free to sign up. So, again, you know me. I'm not here to take everybody's money or anything like that. Just here to get the content out the best I can. Make sure I have this actually pinned. I thought I had pinned it earlier, but I'm going to pin it. I thought I had it pinned, but I guess I was wrong. But I'm going to go ahead and try to pin it now. The Sold Out Discord, this should be pinned officially now. My bad. But yeah, supposed to be pinned. Already messing up. Tonight's topic, I see you, Divine, in the chat. I'll be reading that in just a second. But we got two topics. Looks like Nike stock troubles aren't new. Here's why the crash is going viral now. So we're going to talk about that article tonight. And then also JD Sports, which I have a story time in this live before I even get started on this. But JD Sports shares tumble on weak customer sentiment and shoe sale slowdown. But here we go right here, man. So long story short, and let me touch the chat real quick before I just dive in. We got Divine Photos. It says, what up, everyone? Make sure you hit that like button on your way in. Most definitely, that is important. Hit the like button and sub up, of course, if you haven't done so already. And he says, support the content by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Appreciate that, man. Really means a lot. And look like he said, the EQL for the Awake 6s is loaded for both colorways at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Okay, nice. Me personally, I think I'm going to hold off on them. I'm not really feeling them like that, but I don't hate them either. One of them, we said, is like, the pink one's like the official like Pepto-Bismol joint. But at the end of the day, it's still a collab shoe, and Awake collabs haven't really done anything for me for a while, personally. But to each your own. I'm not saying don't go for them. I'm just saying me, right? It says the pink ones are only gonna be in stores. So those are supposed to be the exclusive ones then, right? It says the only thing EQL needs to work on is its locals only. Make sure if the person address is another state should automatically disqualify them. You know, some people don't care, man. You know, they try their best, but at the same time, they're not trying to put that much effort into it. Like, I agree they should, but you know how it goes, man. It depends on how much they really care. It's hard to find the true, like, people who really want to do things fair square. You know what I'm saying? All these, like, drops where it's hard to get, it makes me just think. Even right down to Reebok, right? So here's a little bit of story time, right? Because I did share in the Sold Out Discord, like, what was it? They dropped on the 20th. That would have been Thursday, right? I thought I hit. I entered on Reebok, entered, they took my money, and then boom, I get a notification, on Friday, right? What was it, yesterday? That my order was canceled. And I was like, yo, what the heck? And apparently it wasn't just me. I talked to a couple other people too. A lot of orders got canceled, right? That really, really upset me. And then so, anyway, long story short, I kind of said F it. And then I woke up this morning on Saturday, right? I was like, I'm going to call around. No, like, half the stores didn't even know what I was talking about, dog. But this is why it upsets me. Like, and maybe it's just the DMV. Or I'm pretty sure it's deeper than the DMV. But long story short, I called there. I described the shoe. They don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, one store in particular, and it was JD Sports in my area. They said, yeah, we got them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was like, look, I'm excited. This should have been my first red flag. I was like, can you hold them for me? I'll be right up there. They're like, hey, we got plenty of pairs, big dog. Take your time. I said, all right, cool. So I still rushed up there anyway. Got up there. Yeah, we don't have those. And then they were like, oh, you talking about these? And then so I looked, they bring out a box, and thank God. And when I saw a rain guard for like $68, I'm like, nah, these can't be the G units. So we opened them up and said, nah, these ain't it. So she looked, and then they took another, like, oh, we're sorry, we don't have those. I'm like, bruh. I'm talking about, I was upset. Like, really upset. It is what it is. I just wish I wouldn't have wasted my gas. But long story short, man, I was like, this is why I need people like me that really should be working there. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would do my due diligence, do the research. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. Those guys and girls and or whatever they want to go by these days, they don't really care like that. So pretty much, long story short, I had to walk with defeat and kind of sad. Should have probably entered some raffles. Should have did more of that. But rumors is right, and this is just a rumor. I'm hearing that was just they're gonna do a restock. They're gonna restock. It was supposed to be 25,000 pairs. Rumors is only 5,000 pairs sold, so it should be 20,000 more pairs out there. But again, take that with a grain of salt because these are just rumors. It's not like I'm hearing them directly from Reebok themselves, right? Okay, so short little story right there. Just want to make sure I share that, but it is what it is. I ain't gonna cry about it. I did feel some type of way though. I'm gonna keep it real. Let's see. Devon says if someone from Texas hit for an in-store pickup, they should be a crime. Now I've seen it where people have entered and then literally flew because you know what usually how it goes. If you hit, you gotta pick them up the next day. Some people will take the trip and go get them. You know what I'm saying? For certain shoes, I was willing to do that. You know, say like. Know how they'll do like Travis's and certain like 2 Foot Lockers? It'll be the one in New York and then the one in LA. Like if I was to hit on either one of those, I'm taking a trip that night. I'm flying to get there that day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. It is what it is. But I get what you're saying. If they're not there, they shouldn't be able to do it. But people are gonna like spoof their address and their location no matter how you slice and dice it, Devon. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to this digital stuff, if there's a loophole, people are going to try it. And once it gets all over the internet, everybody's going to try it. And then you got a lot more people entering that probably shouldn't even be wasting their time entering in the first place. Unlike people like me, like, once I see it's like, okay, exclusive to NY, cool, I leave it alone. You know what I mean? That's just me. Even though I could probably take the drive. It's 5 hours. But I don't really go that deep. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Where we at? We got Rob Zen. It says, if I get the pinks, I'll give them a chance to grow on me. If they don't, I'll sell for a grip. Okay, so that's the awakes you're talking about, Rob Zen. Also, I think, did you just join the Discord? I think I just saw you in there. Appreciate it if you did, but I feel you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's my short story, man. Still tracing the G units. I'm going to be patient. It's 2 shoes, right? Now that on my radar that I got to close out the year with. I'm going to get them. You know what I'm saying? I just got to be patient. G Units, as you guys know, is one. And there's one more Jordan that I want that already dropped. Kind of missed. They don't have several restocks on them. I just missed them, the timing. But it's okay, though. I will close out the year with those shoes if I have to. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to be patient. I saw yours, Divine, in the Sold Out Discord. Them things is looking very nice, man. Sheesh, man. It's got me reminiscing because, like, that's a shoe I really, really wanted when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure I was in high school when the shoe came out, and I'm pretty sure in my area we didn't get them anyway. I grew up in the middle of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? So if we were gonna get them, you had to get them online, right? So yeah, that was 2003. I had to be in high school, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's get the party started. Only plan to be on the joint for like an hour. Appreciate y'all for coming through as always. Y'all let me know if audio and visuals is looking good, like I've been saying. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? On to the next. May have to go on the resale market for some things. But we're going to start with 2 stories here. I think I'm going to start with the Nike story. Nike stock troubles aren't new. Here's why the crash is going viral. Pretty much, Nike them's got to do some recovering, right? And it's not helping that, let's just case in point, shoes are sitting, but only certain shoes we really, really want. You know what I'm saying? Nike them has always been using that word innovation. What can they bring to the table? We've said what last stream on Wednesday. Divine, you said it best. They need to obviously try to appeal to the younger audience. However, as you can see, when I went into JD Sports, they're working there and don't even know what the hell the shoes are. You know what I'm saying? Because I would assume that is the younger audience working those cash registers and stuff like that. And that's not a bad thing of the young bucks working and staying out of trouble. But me, I know for a fact, and to be honest, to play devil's advocate, I've worked at spots and didn't give a damn about what I was selling. I just worked there. Like, case in point, I worked at a movie store. I only watch movies that I like. But people used to come in, they would like, this is before Netflix and Redbox and all them took off. Pause. You know what I'm saying? And now everything's pretty much digital on your TV, so it don't even matter. But long story short, right? People ask me for reviews on stuff all the time. I'm like, no. And we could actually rent the stuff for free and keep it as long as we want to. I just didn't. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't like it. I don't want to, I should have gave it a chance. But now it's coming back to haunt me because I'm like, maybe they're just not into shoes. So, I mean, can I get upset? I didn't go off or anything. I just like, I know they felt my frustration. They did say sorry or stuff like that. I kept it calm. It wasn't that serious to blow up about some sneakers. I just hate that I drove all the way up there for some sneakers and then get what I came to get. It's one thing, it's like, oh man, you just missed it, we sold them. No, you never had them to begin with, right? And then, but yeah, I say all that to say, the appeal to the younger audience, they're working there not even really caring now. You know what I mean? So people, it's like these are the generations that brought back like literally where Nike tried to sell dirty Air Force Ones and did, and they sold, right? Because a lot of these cats, and I see somebody that I work with right now, well, not directly but indirectly, we work in the same building, right? Homies, Air Force Ones, all whites. I saw them when they were fresh, and let's just say this was like months ago. I'm looking at them now, and I'm like, dog, throw them away and get a new pair. Like, I know you got it. You got to have it. I know you got it. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't counting nobody's pockets, but I'm like, dude, this is not it. But anyway, yeah. So, long story short, I'm going to share my screen here. We'll get the party started. And, yeah, plan to be on this joint for like an hour. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Let me share my screen here. Give me like 2 seconds. We're going to go right here. And boom, you guys should be seeing my screen, right? So, yeah, let's get started. I want to make sure I get this started right here. It says, Nike stock troubles aren't new. Says, here's why the crash is going viral now. So it says, Nike's troubles are going back to 2020 at the onset of the COVID, compounded by the shift of the wholesales to direct-to-consumer and lack of product newness. So, can we really blame COVID, though? I mean, yes, technically, but everything sold out during COVID, right? Because everybody was at home. We had got, what was it, the stimmies? We were calling, what is a stimulus check, right? Everybody had got a stimulus check. So what we did, like 3 different rounds, right? Remember everybody's like, I'm waiting on the stimmy. I'm waiting on the stimmy. You know what I'm saying? It was basically like free money, right? And everybody got one. So I'm assuming that's when everybody just was buying up. You know what I mean? But long story short, maybe that could have been the start of things, because on the flip side, also what happened during COVID, everybody, and I want to say fair use, and YouTube, forgive me if I'm not supposed to say that, because y'all know how they do. But during this, like pretty much C19 joint, right? Long story short, everybody wanted to be a reseller. You know what I'm saying? And what was once where I had a method to my madness where I wasn't worried about majority of the shoes, which is now kind of back to how it is now. Like, with the exception of a few, like the G units, I didn't anticipate that to be a problem, but I'm not surprised. But at the same time, majority of the sneakers I've been, having my way. But long story short, during 2020 and 2021, nobody was having their way at all. You know what I'm saying? But it says Nike troubles go back to 2020 on the onset of pretty much compounded by the shift from the wholesale direct-to-consumer and the lack of product newness. Now, this article is from August 20th. Hopefully, I can read some of it. If I want to get the full story, they're talking about login, but I can find another article on this one. But it says Nike Incorporated turnaround is taking much more time than initially impacted and bringing back the two things investors dislike: slow growth and a lot of uncertainty, because things are actually moving slower than they anticipated. Because if you think about it, Elliott Hill, he just literally, he's been in there, he's knocking on 2 years. But this isn't where, we're surprised, personally, but I'm assuming he was supposed to be the turnaround man. And to be honest, Converse is a part of this too, right? No matter how you slice it and dice it, it's a part of it too. But I'm going to see if I can find another article real quick just to make sure I'm getting up on this one, because this has actually been floating around for quite some time. So this is where it's going to be. The quick fix for Nike is here. So we got one for that one. I can actually go there, which is that's what we really want to know anyway, right? What is actually going to fix this? So we can see if we can get that party started. That's going to be very interesting as well. Yeah, so we're going right here. Kind of breaks it down a little bit. Probably won't read through all of this, but I'll at least read through some of it, because I want to make sure I get both of these stories covered as well. You know what I'm saying? So want to make sure I cover that. Problems deeper than they look. We got that one. But you know what? I'm going to make sure I stick to the main topic at hand, because I want to make sure I go all in on that one. You know what I'm saying? Because that one is going to catch us off guard. I'm sharing my screen here in 2 seconds. Give me like 2 seconds, because I did find another one. Kind of telling you what's the turnaround plan, what they can do. And it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? But here we are. Let me share my screen. Give me like 2 seconds. And boom. You guys should see it right here. Now, this one is from Bar Chart, right? So, again, this is going to break down a lot of the numbers, right? Stuff that we probably should have been looking at to begin with. But I do have my go-tos that I like to go to. Devon says, I also said Nike has to stop with the shoe releasing every single week. You did. You did. And to be honest, that's been breaking the piggy bank, for a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? And Nike didn't really used to do that back in the day. You used to get like one or two J's like maybe a year or maybe like three or four. Now it's like boom, 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 boom. And like, let's just be honest, some of it's just straight not it. So I skip a lot of stuff. And everybody's like, yo, you skip all the sneakers. I'm like, no, I buy the ones I really, really like. You know what I mean? Respectively. So here's another article right here. It says, Nike stock sinks into multiple lows. There's no quick fix for Nike here. So they said it's not a quick fix. And obviously not. I mean, if Elliott Hill's been at this for knocking on 2 years, I mean, to be honest, dog, he's doing a good job. And the word innovation gets tossed around more than like, I'm not going to use a good metaphor here, but I have one that I'm not going to offend anybody. But it says, things has been getting from bad to worse for Nike stock. In a recent fell to the lowest in 12 years, notably Nike stock peaked in November in 2021, but has been sliding since, closing in the red for 4 consecutive years. It is down around 36% this year, and unless something miraculously changes over the course of the year, it looks like it's set to extend its losing streak to 5 years. So again, they're saying unless something dramatic changes, which they do, right? And if you think about this, if I'm not mistaken, right, I'm going to probably see if I can find something during, what am I looking for? Pretty much, the like upcoming sneaker releases, what to expect, you know what I'm saying, towards the end of the live. But we do have Mamba Day on the 24th. But I don't think that's going to be enough. You know what I'm saying? That's where Kobe, obviously, RIP to Kobe. But they do have some interesting drops. But I haven't seen like that Wow Me sneaker, right? We've had the Travis Scotts, the Jordan 1 lows. That usually saves them. But over the past years, they haven't been able to do anything. If you think about it, the Canaries, and these are shoes I have. The Canaries wasn't it. The chocolates or the brownies, whatever you want to call them, wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? We just got the red joints, the pink joints, the Travis, the pinks, shy pinks, and then we had the tropical pinks, respectively. While we did buy, I don't think it still didn't break the sneaker like internet. You know what I'm saying? Like it was cool, but it wasn't it. You know what I mean? Devon says the brownies aren't bad. They aren't. I have them as well. However, majority of the sneaker community wasn't digging those. You know what I'm saying? Devon says the Canaries is a low-key sleeper. These are all fire shoes, but those were shoes that I feel like Nike them usually bank on that were like bring any and everybody who wasn't a sneakerhead over. And it does, but it didn't do it on the level of what it normally does. Right? If we're going to keep it real. Even if you take it back to the all-black joints, they were dope, but still I don't think those were even it. You know what I mean? Compared to like some of like the highs we've had, you know what I'm saying? We've had like the when he's done collabs with it, that was dope. The original Jordan 1 Travis Scott, the brown joint, that one took off like a rocket. The low they did after that one took off like a rocket. And then the one they did with the blue joints, the black and blue joints, that was nice, low and high. They've had some fire drops, but it hasn't been the same, you know what I'm saying? And I paid resale for a lot of those shoes, you know what I'm saying? Devon says, if Nike did monthly releases of bangers, it would build anticipation for their products. Yeah, but they got to come out the gate swinging, though. And what's a banger really? You know what I'm saying? Travis bangers, I feel like it's going to be hard to top, like, the black and blue joints he did with the collab, right? What am I thinking of? It'll come to me. Those, I feel like some of the best Travis we can get, and we don't even talk about them like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that's going to be, and I'll look it up real quick because it's going to bother me real quick. But I think, like, yeah, I get what you're saying. It's a good idea, the fragments. There we go. Appreciate you, Divine. Appreciate the assist. Fragments. I got both. Banger shoes, but look at it, right? If you put them in front of my face, I'm like, oh, that's a fragments. Right at the top of the dome, pause. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same. You know what I'm saying? And Travis low-key has been quiet musically as well. You know what I'm saying? When's the last time he dropped a hit? You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to just keep it 100, and I know this ain't Music Monday, right? So forgive the kid for what I'm about to say because this isn't Music Monday. If you are a Travis Scott fan, I like Travis Scott music. However, what I am gonna say, Travis don't drop enough, and his music is fast food to me. To be honest, right? When or if Travis drops, he drops a hit, right? And it takes off, and he does the numbers. But dog, it literally lasts for the summer, and I promise you, I don't play it anymore. If that, to be honest, it may last for the week. You know what I'm saying? He makes fast food music. Now, to be fair, right? I'll play devil's advocate. Travis isn't the only one that makes fast food music, dog, at all. Travis isn't the only one that makes fast food music. All these today's music artists do. Here's the problem that comes into play, right? They drop a little bit more consistent than Travis. Travis doesn't drop consistently. That's where he's missing the mold, if you ask me, right? It's only if you ask. But anyway, let's keep going. But it says Nike stock down is almost 78% from its all-time highs, and in absolute terms has lost almost $200 billion in the market cap from its peak. The underperformance looked all the more frustrating considering the stellar returns the S&P 500 index and has delivered over the period. While the index closed in the red in 2022, it has given positive returns in every year since it is sitting double-digit gains in 2026. Despite all the noise over higher inflation, the feared interest rates hikes, and the volatile geographical situations in the Middle East. So yeah, a lot of things you got to take into consideration right there, man. So I see you, Slayer, in the building. Says, yo, Sneaker Squad 100. What up, Slayer? What up, big dog? We just going through these articles real quick. You know how it is. Talking basically Nike stock, as you can see, right? And I'm no professional, what do we call this? Stock expert, right? Okay. But you look at this, I'm no genius, right? If this is Nike, I mean, I don't think you want to go this way. You don't want it to go down. You want it to go up, right? Point blank period. We can just keep it simple. Or at least stay straight. You know what I mean? You want to go up more than down. But it says, in my previous article, I noted that the Nike's dividend yield was 3.8%, which was near its all-time highs. The stock wasn't a buy yet. That's to the subsequent plunge in Nike stock. The dividend yield has shot above 4%. Let's dig into whether Nike stock is bargain after the crash or whether the investors are better off avoiding the sneaker jump. And that's my thing too, because this is where I probably should read, right? Okay? Because any and everybody who thinks they know something about stock or this and the third, because I know sneaker, they're like, you should invest in the Nike stock, it's time, this, that, and the third. Look, man, I don't know about it. And all the stuff I read is confusing. And yes, I get it. Long story short, they all say, hey, invest in what you know. Which, yes, it makes sense. But I'm thinking like, okay, cool. Where do I put the money? I got a lot of questions. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to get screwed. You got to make sure you're asking the right person. But even these people are saying like, hell, even if it is, you want to buy low, but we don't know when this joint is going to go back up. Y'all, like literally, even when I went into mall today, right? I went into the mall. I was literally in and out. I actually did a little pre-blog, but I didn't get what I want. So I don't even think I'm going to put the content out. Like, bro. Anyway, may just try to save it if something comes up. I know sometimes I sit on a lot of footage. You know what I'm saying? If I edit every single thing I had, dog, I would never go to sleep. Respectively. But anyway, long story short, right? Where was I going with this? But long story short, I went into the mall dead as a doorknob, right? And it's back to school. School starts in this area. Some schools have started back already, but for the majority of them, they start back next week. You would think people are doing those last minute school shopping. No, sir, no, ma'am. It's dead in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was people in there, but I'm talking about like parking, cakewalk, getting in and out, cakewalk. Traffic was not a problem. You know what I'm saying? Usually people would be all over the place trying to get everything back for their kids. And think about the people who got multiple children, right? Yeah. But a lot of people do like to do a lot of stuff online. But I remember back in the day when I was getting ready for back to school, any and everybody, people I didn't go to school with, people I went to school with, I saw them in there getting ready for weekend school, trying to get fresh. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I hit the barber shop today, right, I went to go see the barber. Long story short, I did see, it wasn't kids like that. He was busy. My barber's always busy to keep 100, but it was literally like only one kid that came in and got a cut. But back to school, it should have been every barber in there should have been busy with kids, because my barber does, for a fact, I know that he likes to do back to school cuts at a nice rate. You know what I'm saying? Normally cheaper than what he would normally charge for, but it's a bang for your buck. And salutes to my barber. He does a good job, man. I could go further, but I'll leave it right there. Devon says, rule 1, sneakers aren't an investment. You know what, Devon? I could think of, and I know, and I'm not playing devil's advocate, and I'm not saying that I don't agree, but I can think of several, and I'm sure you can too, because you probably watch a lot of sneaker content. How many sneaker content creators and or people that you've seen on these major content creator platforms say that, hey, sneakers are an investment, right? In fact, that's funny. On my way home after getting the L for the G units, right? I remember one particular sneaker YouTuber where he paid like $1,500 for a pair of this was when Yeezy was at their peak. It was the brown 700 jinx, like the boot joint. That one had came out. I think he had paid $1,500. And everybody was like in the comments like, damn, dog, that's sheesh. You know what I'm saying? Now they go for probably like $400-500, depending on the used pair, whatever, right? But even he was like, it's an investment. But think about this. Shoes don't last forever. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it 100. I've had shoes fall apart on me. The aging, the coloring, you know what I'm saying? They don't. You know what I'm saying? In fact, being in the sneakers probably is not the smartest thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those, you got to be really into it. You know what I mean? Where you at? Devon says, in NY, some sizes of the jellyfishes are sitting, and that's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that, man. You don't want people, it don't always have to sell out. And that doesn't mean it's not a bad shoe if it doesn't sell out. There was nothing that used to get on my nerves more, or my pet peeve, is when people be like, bricks. If it didn't sell out, I'm like, dog, no. Do you want the shoe? All right, cool, then shut up. You know what I'm saying? Respectively. You know what I'm saying? That's why I didn't like that. You know what I mean? Slayer says, I would always buy Nike stock back in the day and sell it after, make some money and dip. Okay, I respect it. And Devon says, for example, who's going to buy Nike mags now when the risk of the shoe is breaking on you is at an all-time high? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's a nice shoe. And yeah, I'll pay resale for it, but not like the price that they want, right? No, I don't want it that bad. And I've told y'all for years, I have a cap on what I'm willing to pay for a resale on a shoe. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not giving you thousands of dollars for a shoe. You know what I'm saying? It depends on what it is. But yeah, if you start talking at like, yeah, 6, 7, 10,000, like, no, just no, sir. That's a vehicle. You know what I'm saying? That's a whip. You know what I'm saying? Not at top of the line, but if it ain't a whip, you can take that money and put it towards a whip. You can get the whip. You know what I'm saying? Devon says, same with the Nike Air Yeezys. Who's going to buy that now? Yeah, that joint's done. It's going to crack. It's going to crumble. You know what I'm saying? If you find a pair now, right, that's in good condition, I would stay away from it because either A, most likely fake, B, if it's not fake, the minute you put it on, it's going to crumble and fall apart on you. Who was that? Remember the guy who did the Shannon Sharp joint? Kai Cenat. Remember him? He had bought a pair of Yeezys on whenever I think he was sneaker shopping. He bought a pair of Yeezys. They was real. They fell apart on him at the show while he was doing the show. Because they're old. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. Let's see. Devon says, if you pay that for it, then you're dumb. You know what I'm saying? It says, why has Nike stock been failing? Now, this is a great question. Or been falling is the word, right? So I definitely read that wrong. But it says, to begin, let's examine the factors that has been weighing on the Nike stock. Under the previous CEO, John Donahoe, who has been replaced by Elliott Hill in October 2024, Nike shifted its focus away from the wholesales and doubled down on direct sales through their own stores and online. The company also cut ties with some retailers, and the strategy seemed to pay off initially, with Nike reporting strong growth in direct sales, especially online sales, during the, you know what I'm talking about here, back in 2020. I'll leave that alone. However, the decision to cut down on wholesales backfired and only helped competitors gain shelf space, and by expansion of a higher share of customer wallets, and insight to the company, which was perhaps a bit too optimistic about the pull off of its brands, while underestimating the strength of the third-party sellers, including Amazon, wholesale e-commerce platforms, and Quick in 2019, citing concerns over the proliferation of the fake goods. So again, I'm not a fan of, I'll say this, everybody loves Amazon but me. I'm not a fan of Amazon. I do prefer the direct to consumer method. I do prefer going to get it at places that are, a credible source like Foot Locker and or JD Sports and or DTLR. You know what I'm saying? If people tell me like go to Amazon, I'm like, bro, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? And I won't get started on why. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my 2 cents on it. I'll leave it right there. Slayer says Nike stock is falling but Nike retail prices are still at an all-time high. Yeah, make it make sense. That's another thing too. You know what I'm saying? So says Nike has been losing market shares to rivals like Hoka, which is owned by Deckers, which has got Deck in parentheses, and a Switzerland-based On Holding, right? So remember On, it says the company was over reliant on the legacy portfolio while customers pivoted to newer brands. So again, they did rely, in my opinion, and I'm gonna read the last little part of this, and then we're gonna transition on to JD Sports because I could go on forever with this one. But I feel like Nike them did rely a little too much on their credibility of like their old stock. You know what I'm saying? And yes, we still want to see it. Like case in point, they're doing it still. We're anticipating the M&Ms next year, and I'm excited. And I'm not an M&M fan. You know what I'm saying? But they've been doing this for time and time again. That's why we've been reading the word innovation so much. Y'all got to bring something new to the table. But like what? Because when they do, it don't really always hit. Devon says, other shoe brands like New Balance, Reebok, Asics are all about making affordable while Nike keeps increasing the prices. Yeah, this is true. If you think about it, right? G Units, the Reebok joints, 135, that ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? To keep it 100, that ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you look at like the Air Jordan 11, the Space Jams we talking about, they want $230 in them things, if I'm not mistaken, right? That's a whole extra $100. You know what I'm saying? 135, 230, short math. Right at when you put the taxes in there. Think about it. And each state taxes is slightly different. You know what I'm saying? But it says also some of Nike's new shoe releases did not receive the kind of representation that the company expected. Exactly. That's what I said. Their new innovation stuff, it didn't stick. As a result, it was left with a lot of unsold inventory. Nike also faced backlash for the conservatives for some of the marketing campaigns, which were seen as the woke. Nike did no good in its brand's image with the shoulder issues in its national team kits during the 2026 FIFA World Cup. If the problems in the U.S. weren't enough, Nike is battling some structural headwinds in China, and its sales in the Greater China region have fallen 30% since 2021 peak. While sports goods as a category are doing quite well in China despite the overall softness in retail sales, China consumers have increasingly been preferring domestic brands over U.S. rivals. It did not help that the previous statement about Nike being concerned about the allegations of forced labor in China, recidivist religions resurfaced in 2021, which led to a boycott call. So maybe it looks like they're trying to do a little bit of boycott. They're not buying as much Nike stuff in China, right? While other U.S. brands, particularly Apple, have also faced such informed boycotts in the world's second biggest economy, the iPhone maker has held its ground relatively well despite growing competition from China brands. So this is my thing though. iPhone, you got to wake up pretty early to beat that one. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got an iPhone. I'm thinking rough math, if I had to guess, and I'm not sure and I'm not going to look it up, I would say at least 75% of the people in the U.S. got a freaking iPhone. I almost get mad if I text somebody in the message, not blue. You know what I'm saying? It really grinds my gears. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Slayer says, at Divine is right. Yo, Nike makes sneakers affordable again. Right. Says on the Marco, hold up real quick. Did a little jump on this joint because I didn't do that for whatever reason. But it says on the Marco level of the tariffs uncertainty in the U.S. and the challenges from the Iran conflict only added to Nike's troubles. Nike is still attempting to turn around. So yeah, they got a long way to go. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, and then I'll read the last little part of this real quick, and that should end up the article anyway, to the best of my knowledge. But we'll just read the last little part. But they still got a long way to go. It says Nike has since taken several measures to address the issues during the quarter 2026 earnings call. Hill, which that's Elliot Hill, I'm assuming, discussed the need to be more premium and cultural relevant, right? In China, the company is revamping its marketplace strategy in the mainland to be more in the mainland China, and plans to cut off thousands of online distributors from 2027, with a concentrating on its own channels alongside Nike brand's digital storefronts, right? Like JD Sports, Alibaba. So that's very interesting, right? It says commercially in the U.S., it has mend regions with third-party resellers and is back on Amazon. So I think it didn't have Nike on Amazon, but now they're back on Amazon. To be honest, from what it looks like, Elliot Hill is putting these things wherever he can sell them, right? And that's just, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, put it out there, make it available, make it where people can conveniently get it. The company is also cutting down its bloated inventory while doubling down on innovation. How did I know we were going to read that word? Anytime we talk this stuff, is innovation. Something is slacking on the previous few years. It has taken several measures to low cost, and the management is optimistic about expanding its gross margin from the current quarter, even as it expects sales to fall in the low mid singles digits in the first half of the current fiscal year. So we're gonna leave it right there. Obviously, they're trying to put the shoe wherever they can. Also, what I noticed in the mall too, and I want to say I went to the mall previously where I had to go into Macy's. I just looked because right when I came in, it was a shoe section. Finish Line is in Macy's now. You know what I'm saying? JD Sports is outside the mall. They got Finish Line inside the mall. So let's go ahead and transition on to JD Sports real quick. So I do have this one that I actually want to read, but keep in mind that's actually not a bad idea. Now, hopefully we got a full article on this one. This was also posted August 20th as well. Where we at real quick? Ravon says Nike keep using old tech to this day, expecting people to cop. Depending on the age range you are in, people are caring more about comfort than hype. Yeah, a lot of cats are. You know what I'm saying? One of the OGs that I work with, I see him. He has the J's and he has other sneakers, but for the most part, he pulls up in his New Balances, respectively. You know what I'm saying? He ain't trying to like bash Nike or nothing like that, but for the most part, he pulls up in the New Balance and he's like, yo, it's comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I can't knock him for that. But it says JD Sports shares tumble on weak consumer segment and shoe sales slow down. Shares for JD Sports fashion dropped over 14% on Thursday. So this is posted, August 20th? Rob Zinn in the building says, New Balance just dropped a $400 lifestyle shoe, so they're going more premium too. If you've seen the video, they show their target customers in it, and it's aristocrats. Interesting. They do, and I will say this: some of their New Balance shoes are expensive. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what did I pay for the Action Rush is $185. That wasn't too bad. But yeah, they do got a premium style shoe. But Nike them have their prices across the board as well, if we're gonna keep it real. Now this JD article right here, I'll probably find another matching story because I see this not gonna cover the whole thing, but I'm pretty sure we can find this one because this is pretty easy. Because this is like one of those like, yo, everybody's sales is kind of going down, and it's just the market right now. You know what I'm saying? Keep in mind, I told y'all I was in JD Sports today, and from what I seen, like, yeah, it wasn't it, and it wasn't one of those. I got there right when it opened. It opened at 10. I pulled up at like 11:30, so it's been open since like over an hour and 30 minutes at least. I know, you know what I'm saying? Easily, you know what I'm saying? So that's one of those. Obviously, you know, the money's not moneying for people out here, man, and that's just how the game go. And I don't want to sit up here and say that, you know, I have the answer, but some of it is just the economy is going to be one of the issues. You know what I'm saying? No matter how you slice it and dice it, that's going to be one of the issues that that all these companies are going to face until the economy gets back to where it once was. And that's easier said than done. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to keep it real. But I did find a JD article. I do want to cover it real quick. And then, yeah, we'll get up out of here on this one. Let me share my screen. Had to find a couple different sources because obviously more than one like article makes these joints, but it says JD Sports shares tumble as a slump in the U.S. sales sparks the second profit warning in 3 months. So it says JD Sports shares have plunged after it's warned on profits for the second time in the 3 months and is warning demand for the trainers in the U.S. The king of trainers said trading this summer had remained tough and consumers were hit by the incredible cost of living pressures. So again, I like where they're going with this article already. People don't have shoes as their top priority. Yes, you're going to make sure you take care of your life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where I live is not free. You know what I'm saying? Do I have the best crib? No. Do I got the biggest crib? No. You know what I'm saying? But I still need it. When I get up, they don't want me hanging out at work forever. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, people are going to make sure their cost of living is up. Somebody asked me what I paid like at work yesterday. I'm like, dog, I refuse to answer the question. And even we just got to the point where we just accept, yeah, it's expensive across the board, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, Slayer says maybe if JD had a wider sales on the shoes, they would continue. They were gonna continue to suffer. Yeah, I don't like how JD didn't even kind of do stuff. That's why I don't really. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just old school and prefer the Foot Locker method. And then I like how DTLR does things, even though I think JD Sports actually owns DTLR, but I just prefer them. JD Sports still comes across as that like nightclub to me. Even when I went in there today, like it's nice and it got lighting, but it just feels like a club. You know what I'm saying? Where we at real quick? Devon says exactly Slayer, and Slayer says bring back Payless. Hey, bruh, who remembers Payless? I remember Payless. I remember Payless. Devon says stores like DTLR excel. They don't waste time. They put things on sale ASAP as soon as possible. Yeah, this is true. They do. They go ahead and knock stuff right out. It says sales in the 13 weeks to August 1st fell 3.1% at the retailer was forced to battle high levels of discounting in the footwear and sportswear market. So think about this. It's JD Sports, but also JD Sports do own like DTLR. So they actually do have to do what they get rid of the product. You know what I'm saying? Shares were down by 15% on Thursday morning as the profit downgraded represented another blow for the embattled group, which have been seen as one of the most reliable British retailers. So again, this is, while we have them over here, I think this is not where the company actually originated from. So it says the profits are now set to be between 700 million and 800 million in the year of the end of January. Investors had previously been given a forecast of 750 million to 850 million. So, not where they want it to be, but I get it. Looks like it's a $50 million, cut. If we're gonna do a little rough math here, right? But it says the retailers had once gunning to be part of the $1 billion profit club that is only select for a few British retailers, including B&Q owner Kingfisher and Tesco, have been a part of that. So yeah, remember at one point JD Sports was buying up everything, right? And then they just stopped. But yeah, they bought up a lot of things. They bought up Hibbett's. Remember that? They bought Hibbett's up. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of that umbrella too. And they bought Finish Line, right? They bought Finish Line. Remember that? So they were taking that, but now it's like, to be honest, I'm surprised. If they could have, I thought they would have bought Foot Locker too, but that went to Dick's Sporting Goods. You know what I'm saying? But it has been weighed down by the struggles of its major supplier, Nike. There we go. Look at that. You see where this goes around. Look where this just takes us right back. And this is why I say Nike is king, right? You know what I'm saying? If Nike's down, these foot stores, they're going to feel it too. Foot Locker, DTLR, JD Sports, and to be honest, we're saying they're all under the same umbrella. But if Nike's numbers is not where they need to be, the rest of these guys got to feel it too. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure even Dick's Sporting Goods, they probably are doing good, but they're not even up there like where they want to be. You know what I mean? But yeah, it says, which has had a tough time competing with brands like On and Hoka. To be honest, I don't even think of those brands, but obviously they're doing something right. And a lot of the generations, like my generation and up, I've seen a lot of cats leave. Hell, I contemplate leaving sometimes. I'm like, bro, you know what? Sometimes it's be a little bit of a headache of just getting some of the sneakers, but I still love it, so I don't just leave. And we've seen it happen on sneaker YouTube, right? How many people still posting on sneaker YouTube? Not many. And then how many people have you seen like selling my collection? Right? We can go down the rabbit hole on that one. And I'm not here to throw anybody up under the bus because at the end of the day, hey, do what works best for you. But I'm just saying, you've seen it right before our eyes. I know it couldn't have just been me, right? But it says Chief Executive Richard Suarez said the trading in the second quarter remained tough. The market stayed high, promotional, reflecting the consumer and footwear product cycle. Headwinds over the industry has faced a recent quarters, while whisked over the core consumer who was impacted by the incremental cost of living pressure. So yeah, he's saying that pretty much people aren't buying shoes because they're taking care of their household needs. Think about this. We can think of groceries, food in general. Getting stuff like today, I don't eat out as much as I used to. I did get like something to go today, but check this out. Trust me, dog. It was like $13, and it wasn't nowhere near what I really wanted. You know what I'm saying? I just got the joint. Slayer says, jokes aside, Nike got to do better because selling a high retail price isn't the answer. No, it's not. Not in today's economy. And I get it. They have a lot of stuff they have to pay for, but look at this, how it's affecting all these other stores. If Nike's down, JD Sports is down, that means pretty much Dick's Sporting Goods is going to probably be down a little bit. Dick's Sporting Goods is okay because their main focus isn't always been sneakers, but they do have that Foot Locker umbrella under them now. You know what I'm saying? They do want to see that be good, or that investment could hurt them because, I mean, if that goes down, that's not good for business for them. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to keep it real. But it says North America saw the most acute impact, also reflecting a slower quarter for high heat footwear products and the timing of back to school demand. See? But ain't nobody really pulling up right now. It says, but sales were better in the UK, rising up 0.8%. Thanks for football replica kits doing well during the World Cup. And it says Richard Hunter, head of the marketing at the Incentive Investor, said that the lower income shoppers are under pressure due to the rising energy costs and any cost of living demands of the individual's budgets, particularly in the core younger market. It says more positive sportswear continues to take share within the apparel due to the rising participation in athletics, particularly among higher income consumers who tend to have a greater prosperity spending regardless of the economic drop. So they're saying some people are still probably going to buy this stuff, but not everybody's all going to be up on this one. So we're going to read this last little part of this article, then we'll wrap things up here, talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases. And yeah, man, we're making great time in here. It says the update comes weeks after a boardroom battle which has resulted in the former boss of IKEA, Peter Afagol, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, being named as the incoming chairman. Chairman Andy Higginson's abruptly left after reported failing to outlist the chief executive Suarez. So apparently he stood up to him and he got into it. So I guess they've been having some, no wonder we haven't heard much about JD Sports. Looks like they've been having some battles over there, man. You know what I mean? Says he will take over for the interim chairman, Darren Striplin, for the beginning of September. Striplin took on the role in April after the attempted co-op after Higginson unsuccessfully tried to upseat the boss Suarez because of the company's dwindling sales and slow progress in North America. So I guess he got into it with the head honcho Suarez, right? And that didn't work. So they've been having somebody temporary fill in, but now they got a main guy, right? Long story short. So we got that one. So let's talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases and we'll wrap things up here for the night. Let's see what I've been seeing. You guys are already talking the Awake Sixes. What, they're coming August 23rd. So that's tomorrow for sure. I don't hate them. I think the pink ones are supposed to be the more on the high end type of things. So if you're looking for that one, I don't know. Not for me. You know what I'm saying? They're okay though. Sixes in general is already a hard sell though, if you keep it real. Says the stock numbers for the Awake NY Jordan 6 colorways. According to the Sneaker News, Awake NY Jordan 6 is going to be quite limited. It says the bubblegum pink, which is the exclusive to Awake NY, is limited to 10,000 units, aka 10,000 pairs if I had to guess, right? And while the blueberry pair is going to be limited to 25,000. So rough math here, that's 35,000 altogether, but 10,000 only for the pinks, and then you got 25,000 for the blueberries. So the blueberries, and we got the Pepto-Bismol joints, you know what I'm saying, or the bubblegum pink, right? So good luck for the people. If you haven't entered the EQL raffles or what have you, do your thing, but I think it goes live it actually goes live, right? The EQO raffle goes live at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And I think Divine did say that at the beginning of the stream. Appreciate that, big dog, as always. What up next? We got Smashing Pumpkins. The Air Jordan 5 Retro Halloween is ready for the spooky season. So it looks like we're going to be getting these. I don't hate them. I don't think they're going to make too much noise. But I do like what they're trying to do here. I think this is a good one. You know, looks like, obviously, I'm no genius. Looks like if it doesn't glow in the dark, it needs to glow in the dark, right? Let's just keep it real. Devon says the pink ones have the lowest stock. Yeah, I just saw 10,000, right? 10,000, and then the blueberries got 25. But yeah, this is supposed to be coming up in September, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, or October. Says this is for Halloween. But if they're smart, they should drop it at the end of September, if you ask me. But it says they're not coming to October 24th. Jordan Brand, if you're going to make a Halloween-themed sneaker, let's drop it at the beginning of the month so everybody get their pairs and actually be able to rock it for Halloween. I know Halloween is not to the 31st, but 24th, shipping delays, issues, why not? That's just me, right? I don't know what's their reasoning behind that. We saw this on, I think Manny with the Kicks posted this in the sold out Discord. It says, Jordan brings out the Army Green to the round out the year for the Air Jordan 4 drops. I'm kind of good on these right here. No disrespect. Looks like something we've already kind of seen before. I get it. It's a different type of green, but I'm not really impressed. No Nike swoosh on the back. It is what it is. Devon says the blueberry pair probably going to be around 100 over on the resale market. Possibly, when it's all said and done. You know what I'm saying? These, I don't hate them, but I don't think I would actually wear them. You know what I'm saying, if I'm going to keep it real. And then, yeah, I think that's all we got. And then we do have Kobe's. I think this is the top 10 Nike Kobe colorways, but that's not the actual like list of what's to be anticipated. So I was trying to see if I could actually find that before the stream, but I didn't see anything in particular, right? So we do have like some of these, like, I guess you can say this is like a Randy Moss one here, although it does look like Kobe's, but it's not. So only thing I think I seen like one Kobe on the sneakers app, which I think I have that here. Boom. Real quick, as you guys can see, I'll be doing a little research before the stream. Nothing crazy. But I think this right here, that is what, the Kobe 10 Protro right here. I think this one is supposed to be slot for this because obviously this is supposed to be on the 23rd tomorrow. But I thought Kobe Day would be on the 24th. But this is the Halo joint. All white. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate them, but I don't think I could rock them. You know what I'm saying? And if we check the feed real quick, I'll just see if they got anything going. We got the Halo here, right? Let's see that one. Nothing in particular. We just showed that one. I thought they had like a little video to play, but nothing too crazy. Going back real quick, just doing my due diligence. But yeah, that's pretty much, I think, is going to wrap it up for the stream. Just doing a little quick little look-see over things. I'm going to put myself back on the main screen and get ready to wrap things up here for the night, man. I was just trying to see if I saw any other stuff about for Kobe. We do have that camo joint that is coming here. This one's supposed to be, what, September 18th, so that's later down the road for sure, which I think I showed you guys that. Chrome 8s, you know what I'm saying? If you like them. End of the month, August 29th. Let me put myself back on the main screen. We'll get to wrap things up here for the night, man. Appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love as always. I'm going to touch the chat one more time, and then we're going to wrap things up here for the night. I've been on this joint for like an hour and 3 minutes. Where we at real quick? Rob Zen says, there isn't much that won't be on sale 1 or 2 weeks after they drop. True, and that's another thing, too, I want to end tonight with, guys. If you don't get, I seen you, King Midas, smash the like button. Appreciate that. Means a lot. If you don't catch the W, man, to be honest, man, I would say hold out, let people get their pairs, and then see if Nike and or companies are going to do a restock. Even me, like, I'm itching to buy the G units, but same time, I'm going to hold out for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They're not bad on the resale market, but rumors is they didn't release all the pairs, so you just never know. So patience is key in the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say that, right? But other than that, I've been on this joint for an hour and 4 minutes. Appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love as always. Definitely smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new. And if you haven't done so already, of course, you know, my name is Jeremy Jones. And what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls. And you know, we have Music Monday, which I will be back live again on Monday with another Music Monday. Until then, more content on the way. Glad you guys are enjoying the shorts. You really have been showing nothing but love for those. And more content on the way. Yeah, smash that like button. Sub up to the sold out Discord. And I am officially out this thing, man. Peace.
but my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, but my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, but my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, but my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, but my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, but my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, but my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, but my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, but my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, but my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, but my heart can remember. Tell me to live.